Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yetunde, aka YBA, and today we're going to be talking about relationship red flags with special attention on how to spot an abuser. So stick around, let's just dissect everything right now. So I haven't made a relationship video in a while and I'm so excited to get into it. Now, if you're seeing me for the first time, hi, welcome. My name is Yetunde. Do call me YBA. That's what my friends call me. And if you're one of my OGs, one of my regular customers, you know I love you already, right? All right. What is a relationship red flag? It's very simple. A red flag in any relationship whatsoever are signs that show you that somebody in that relationship or both of the people in that relationship have manipulative or problematic behavior. However, when it comes to abuse, whether physical, emotional, financial, all the different types of abuses, there are some red flags that definitely should send you running for the hills. Like you should just face the opposite direction, pick up your two slippers like the proper runner that you are, and take for the hills. So that is what we're here to discuss today. See, these things I want to talk about, they are things that you are supposed to notice on your own. This one is not up for discussion. These are things you're supposed to look out for. Personally, I believe that a lot of the times people saw red flags, but they chose to ignore them. I also believe that some people, because of their background, have a hard time identifying those red flags, and then they find themselves in these situations. Toxicity can present itself in different types of relationships. It can be at work, with your colleagues, with your boss, in your personal relationships, between siblings, even between parents and children. In today's context, I want to talk about red flags on how to identify someone who is toxic, someone who can devolve into an abuser, and some of these things I want to share with you today. These are some of the ways you can identify. These are the red flags, these are the things that are waving around about their character or their behavior that can tell you that this person is a potential abuser. The first red flag I want to discuss is mean people. There's a difference between someone who is mean and someone who is unfriendly or someone who people don't like. You see, mean people go out of their way to hurt you, especially when you've done something for them. I'll give you an example. If you're in a relationship with a mean person, every time they're displeased with you or they're angry with you, or maybe you've done something that they don't like, they make sure they intentionally hurt you back. I'm not talking about unintentional hurt. All of us, we hurt people we love, either by our actions, most of the time unknowingly. But mean people, they think about this hurt. Most of the time, let me tell you, abusers, people they want to groom, like you, they want to marry, they want to attract you, they will not be mean to you at first, but they are mean to people around them. When their domestic worker does something for them, makes a mistake, breaks a glass, they are mean. Like they give mean punishments. They're always about the punishment. Exactly. When someone at work does something to them, they're telling you that, and I will show this guy. Most of the time, what do? They are mean things. Avoid mean people. Someone who thinks about how to retaliate all the time, intentionally hurt someone. I mean, let's not lie. Sometimes when you have arguments with your loved ones, you say things you don't mean in the heat of the anger. But a mean person knows what they're doing. They say it on purpose. You've confided in them about something you're vulnerable about, and they wait for the right time. The day you annoy them, they whip out that thing and they use it to touch you where it hurts the most. That is the mean person, and that is the big red flag for an abuser. People who are disrespectful to little people, people that they feel like they're above. They're subordinates at work, they're domestic workers, the waiter at the restaurant, the gate man, people who serve them. They're always disrespectful. Someone they feel like, this person is not in my class. Like, get away from me. Or they tell you not to mingle. Maybe you're nice to their co-worker, subordinate, or you're nice to their domestic worker. They're like, what are you doing? Don't you know your class? Talk down on people that they feel like they have power over. What their natural intent is to find a way to get that power over you, and then they start to use that power to abuse you. They take delight in just embarrassing people that they know cannot, they can't get back at them. They always pick on people that are not their size. They will never get into confrontation with someone that can give it to them back to back. They always pick on the little guy. That kind of person is an abuser, and that is a red flag. Another red flag that I want to talk about is someone who is over controlling. They want to control your time, what you do with your time, who you talk to, how you dress, even what you eat. There are men who seek out women who are of a certain weight. They make the woman fall in love with them, then they start to tell the woman to lose some weight. Some women do this too. They seek out a partner that is not their ideal partner. They feel the person has low self-esteem. They seek you out, they make you be in a relationship with them, then they start to criticize that thing that they don't like about you. They want to control what you eat. You want to put small food in your mouth, they're like, should you be eating that? Shouldn't you get a salad? You want to order your pasta, jejely. Shouldn't you get a salad? You know, they just use that thing to control you. When you want to go out, they're like, isn't that too much makeup? Oh, really? Isn't that too revealing? I'm not saying that your partner will not have a say in certain things you do in life. I mean, for the most part, most of us, you enjoy it. Like now that I feel like, oh, I'm putting on my makeup, I'm looking nice. I would like for my husband to be like, oh, babe, you look nice. I'd like him to approve, you know, to be like, oh, I like what you're wearing. You'd want to send him pictures. If they're not around, you take a quick picture. It's like, babe, see what I wore today. You know, look at me, I'm looking fly. But when you have a partner that constantly tries to control everything you're doing, I don't like this person, I don't want you to be friends with them anymore. In fact, stop going to their house. You're not allowed to hang out with this person. They are always controlling everything. You put a post on social media, they're like, take it down. I don't like that thing. Why did you post that picture? I don't like that picture. Why are you just like this? Oh, why are you this? Why are you that? Abuser.com. You have to be careful with someone like that. It's a huge red flag they're already displaying. They're already telling you that when you end up with them, your life is going to be what they tell it to be. They're going to be the ones dictating what you do, what your sort of career you go into, how you come and present yourself to the world. They are going to make sure they change you. Abuse is a form of control. Someone that just wants to have control over you. Anyone who is over controlling. Where are you? Where did you go? You didn't text me. Text me 50 times. Why am I calling you? Why are you not picking up? I called the house. Oh, are you at home? Are you sure you're at home? It doesn't sound like you're at home. Turn on the blender. Who watched that movie? There was a movie like that. Turn on the blender. Let me hear the blender. Let me know you're at home. Send me a picture. Where are you? Where are your friends? Abuser. Run, sister. Run, brother. Do not be in a relationship with that kind of person. Like a follow-up to someone who is over controlling. Someone who takes their time to isolate you from your friends and family. See, once you're in a relationship with someone and all of a sudden, you know, they usually don't start immediately. Like I said, you're already serious with them. You'll be in a point where you already value them, you love them, you're trying to make them happy. And then one by one, they start to find issues with people around you. Oh, why do you like to go home all the time? Must you go home for Christmas all the time? Why do you like to go and see your friends all the time? You don't like to spend time with me. Anytime you want to do something with other people, they're always having an issue with it. They're always trying to isolate you. They're the ones finding problems with your friends. I saw your friend yesterday. This your friend is not a good friend. I saw her with this person. I saw her with that person. This your friend. They're stalking your family members on social media and coming back to report all the bad things in their mind that they think your people are doing. And in turn, they're trying to isolate you from those people. You don't need anybody. You have me. They make sure that you, at the end of the day, you just wake up, you realize that you no longer have friends. And maybe you are now fighting with like half of your family. That kind of a person, is an abuser that is about to take off. It's a red flag when someone does not respect your other relationships because you're in a relationship with them. Some of the people who also have this kind of traits, they try to take you away from doing what you love. I think maybe you should not go to work again. I think you should work from home. I think every time, you know, I don't like other people in our house. No. Let your friends not come here. Maybe you guys should meet elsewhere. Meanwhile, when you want to go and meet your friends, same person is like, babe, no. We have to be somewhere. Every time you have something to do, they make sure they counter your plans. They make sure that you don't have friends. Those are the people that they say, I want to be your everything, your best friend, your BFF, your life, your everything. You know, It's a bad idea. The great thing about when you found someone who is your person is in them you find a lot of things. You find a friend, you find a goofy partner, you find, you know, maybe a cooking partner, a dancing partner, you know, so many things in them. But as human beings, we're not built for one person. You're supposed to have other relationships. When they are the only person that you are able to relate with or you're allowed to have a relationship with, red flag. Right. Now, the other red flag that I want to talk about is codependency. What is codependency? Codependency is like a relationship addiction, often one-sided, and you are in this relationship where you cannot do anything without the other person. You cannot take decisions, or you're not allowed to. Just like little decisions of the day, and you didn't even tell me that's what you're wearing. And why didn't you show me before you wore it? You didn't even tell me that you were going here. Why didn't you tell me? They're even not angry that you went to the place. They're angry because you didn't ask them before you did it. Anytime you want to do something for yourself, anytime you're trying to take a decision for yourself, they insert themselves into it. They start to make you feel like your feelings don't matter. Everything is about them. That is a huge red flag. It's codependency. It's unhealthy. It makes you the person that they are codependent upon, and in the long run, also become codependent on them. Next thing, you're like, why am I acting like a crazy person? You can't do anything without them. People that have money, they like to do codependent relationships. They usually look for someone who they are more financially capable than, and they make this person dependent on them. They set up their lives, beautiful life if you see it from the outside. Oh, they've got an amazing home, an amazing car, you know, this amazing life, but they can make sure that maybe all the credit cards they're paying for, using to pay, they're the ones getting the alerts. I don't know if you understand, like they make sure everything about the relationship passes through them, and then they try to make you into that person as well. Codependency in any form is not good for any kind of relationship. Even if it's not like a red flag that shows you that someone is an abuser, it is just something that is bad. If you have adult children as a parent and you have like a codependency kind of attachment with them, recipe for disaster. Those children will never make it, and they will seek out people that they can be codependent upon, and it's just going to be an utter and total mess. So codependency, red flag, okay? Someone who constantly blames others. They never take responsibility for anything. Oh my God, I really cannot stand those kind of people. Someone who, from the moment you've met them, they're talking about themselves. Oh, you know, I should be doing better than this. So honestly, I should be like a GM now. But you see that my boss, in fact, my first two bosses, they dealt with me. They're the reason that I did not make it in life. So how are your parents? They don't really like me. They prefer my siblings, you know. I'm not the favorite child. I didn't go to the best schools. I did not do everything is not their fault. They never take responsibility. For people who are already in an abusive relationship, every time they do something, they beat you, they hit you. It was what you said. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, but you know, if you had not spoken to me like that, I wouldn't have slapped you. I only slapped you because you were not. Look at how you were talking to me. How can you talk to your wife like that? How can you talk to your husband like that? That's why I slapped you. It wasn't really my fault. I didn't mean to slap you. That is a big red flag. People who never take the blame for anything. Everything is somebody's fault. You know what they start to do when you're in a relationship with that kind of person? Every time something happens to you too. And this is how they isolate you from your friends and family. No. Yetunde is Yetunde's fault. Yetunde should have picked you up. She's a bad friend. They will start trying to make you change your thinking into someone like them. Start to make you to think like everything in your life too is someone else's fault. My dear brothers and sisters, run away from that person. That kind of person is a walking, talking, whining red flag. Lack of trust. Have you been in a relationship where there was lack of trust? It's horrible. It's a terrible place to be in. They don't trust you. When you go out, you're going out with your friends. Are you sure? Are you sure you're not dancing with another guy? Are you sure you're not dancing with somebody else? Let me see where you are. Give the phone. Give your phone to Yetunde. Let me confirm she's with you. Let me greet Yetunde. Every time you're with your friends, you say, let me greet your friends. Let them say hi. Put me on speaker. Let me say hi to your friends. You are at home, alone, in your house. Send me a video. Let me look around your room. What is in that room? Let me just put a caveat on lack of trust. Sometimes we are the ones who have broken that trust. Now, that is separate situation. Let's say now you have gone to go and cheat on your girlfriend. You should get. You are the cheater. You've done bad thing. Now, this person decides to stay with you, but they are distrustful of you. I mean, I feel like that is expected. You broke the trust. It's going to take some time for them to trust you again. That's not the kind of lack of trust I'm talking about. I'm talking about lack of trust that is not fundamentally because of anything. And this is not someone that maybe you've broken their trust before. They are just naturally distrustful. You must always share your location. I don't like you to be friends with guys. You know, I don't trust guys. It's not you I don't trust though. It's your friends I don't trust. It's a lie. It's you they don't trust. Red flag. It's never going to end well. My sister, run. This next red flag, you are supposed to know that this person can become your abuser. People who have anger management issues. People who get angry at the drop of a hat. People who don't get angry at all, pile it up, then wait one day, they explode. Those are all anger management issues. People that when they are angry, nobody can call them back from that fury. They are angry, they begin to throw things, they begin to do all sorts. They might not do it to you. You have seen them. They are angry with the gate man. They start behaving like a mad person. You are driving with them on the road. Somebody scratched their car. They come down, tear shirts, and just start fighting. Go from 0 to 1,000. All of a sudden, they are blinded fury. If you talk to them in that moment, they can't see you, they can't hear you. Ha! Red flag, oh, red flag. People who have anger management issues, I believe, have other issues in them that need to be addressed. They may have some childhood trauma. They might have come out of an abusive relationship. They learned it from the previous relationship. It might also just be something that they grew up with, you know, around them. That's how they know how to express their frustrations. My sister and my brother, it is not your job. You are not a therapist. You are not the one. You are not Jesus. You cannot save this person. This person needs professional help. So if you're in a relationship with someone that has anger management issues, you walk tiptoe around them on eggshells, because if they should get angry, things start flying, doors start slamming. It is like an earthquake. Please, I'm begging you. This is one of the red flags that can easily devolve into physical abuse, because someone who has blinded fury, who when they are angry, they have absolutely no control, they can murder you in their fury because they are angry. Why? It might be something small. Maybe you just spilled water on their favorite shoe, or more, you will hear it. Take a long walk away from their life. This is non-negotiable. You can't help them. They need to help themselves, and that's not your work. So look for another boyfriend or girlfriend, or I don't know, get out of that relationship. It's not good for you. The red flag is when someone constantly avoids conflict. When you have issues to discuss, they don't talk about it. Why? Because they don't want to fight. They are the people that say, we never fight. Oh. Like you're in a relationship and you've never quarreled, you've never disagreed. That's a red flag. It is. Let me tell you, human beings, how do you learn about the other person? It's through different things. Disagreements sometimes, differences in opinion, people like that. They are the ones that are very mean. People who, when you've done something to them, you've had an issue with them, they will not address it, they will keep quiet. Those are the people who have the tendency to be mean. They become mean people because they will not address the conflict, they will not address the issue, they will set leg for you and you will trip and you will fall. Like they get satisfaction just from planning that evil thing they want to do. So if you're in a relationship where you've been with this person 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, not one day have you guys ever had any form of conflict. And when I say conflict, maybe I'm using a big word. It doesn't have to be like a big fight. Sometimes, you know, some relationships, especially long-term relationships, they've been complaining about something for a very long time. Women tend to do this. We just tend to be like, you know what, he never listens anyway, so I'm just going to stop talking about it. That's not the kind of avoiding conflict I'm talking about. See that one, that situation, that one, you are going to need a lot of help because this person is quarter to giving up on you. That's not what I'm talking about. Because if you look at that history of this particular relationship, this scenario I've just painted, there have been conflicts. Maybe they're just tired of always conflicting with you because you never listen to what they're saying. I'm talking about your Mr. Perfect, Mrs. Perfect. You've never had an issue. Everything I do. Are you an angel? Even you know that this thing that happened, this incident, they're supposed to be angry. And you're like wondering, wow, he's not angry. Oh, wow, what a nice guy. He's not a nice guy. He's not a nice guy. He will do you back. And when he do you back, they say first to do no they pain. It will pain you. Wrong. Red flag. Now to my final red flag. This particular red flag is substance abuse. Anyone that has a substance abuse problem is a potential abuser. When people hear substance abuse, people tend to think it's only hard drugs. No, it's not just hard drugs. It can be alcohol, it can be recreational drugs, it can be caffeine, just they're addicted to coffee. And look, addiction is different from when someone loves to, do something. Someone can like their drink. I'm not gonna lie, I like my wine. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a wine girl, but I don't drink wine all the time. No, it's not something that I have to be able to function. Addiction starts from when they don't get to have that thing, they cannot function. It can come in form of pills, they're shooting up, they are always drinking. They need something to get them through the day, get them through everything in their lives. People like that need professional help. You are not an addiction specialist. You're not a therapist. You are not a rehabilitation center. Why are you with this person? Someone who is on drugs has the potential to not ever know what they are doing when they are high. Someone who loves to get high all the time. There are people, we know them. Let's not lie. We know them. Some of them are in our offices. Some of them are our friends. They have to be high to be able to do something. Substance abuse does not just stop at recreational drugs. Substance abuse, there are people who cannot get intimate. They cannot have sex without being high. They have to be in a certain high state to be able to be intimate with you. That kind of person might have suffered some kind of sexual abuse when they were young. In the long run, what they try to do is try to bring you into this addiction. And that is why a lot of times people who marry other people who are substance abusers, they tend to also become substance abusers. They tell you, don't worry, let's get high together, just feel it. Everybody has what they are jamming. You hit the clubs once in a while, you drink your vodka, your rum, your whiskey. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you cannot go anywhere without whiskey. Everybody that knows you knows that you are always smoking something, drinking something. You are never sober. When you're in their sober state, they're anxious, they can't function. You need to run for the hills, my friends. That is a major red flag. People who are constantly high, they need rehabilitation. They can't function without this substance. They need rehabilitation. That is a huge red flag. This red flag is carrying signboard and putting it on the forehead and saying, I am a red flag, and you are still there. What are you doing there? I don't understand. That is an abuser waiting to blossom and open up and start abusing you. Now, to finish this video, if you are in any of these situations, first of all, it is important that you seek help. Help can come in different forms. You might need to go to therapy. And I'm talking about someone who's been abused. You might just need to find a friend who will listen to you, who will help you. A lot of times, people don't make it out alive. Because your abuser, you want them to lose the person that they have power over. It's usually a struggle. It is difficult. It's not easy to leave an abuser. So if you're being abused and you're watching this video, I want you to know that just deciding to leave or acknowledging your situation alone is something brave. You have taken one step towards your freedom. Now, if you know someone who is being abused, find a way to help them. But don't make things worse. It is something that is delicate. It is something you should leave to the professionals. Helping someone who is being abused can mean getting them in touch with organizations, people who have been doing this kind of work, who have an idea about what to do. We did not ask you to go and show up in your sister that has been abused house and go and raise all hell and say you're going to beat the guy up. That's not, no, that's not what this video is about. This is a call to make sure you make a plan, a proper plan, find professionals and get that person out of there. Thank you for coming to my YouTube talk. Thank you for watching my video. If you want to share your experiences, my DM is open. You can send me a message privately. If you don't want it out there, you can leave me a comment in the comment section. If you just, I'd like to hear from you, your experiences. If you want to share a story time, how you came out of your own abuse, come, send me a story. In fact, I'll just come here and read it to everyone and we can all learn from it. And if you're in that kind of relationship, like I said, it's time to leave, my friend. Please, don't become a statistic. People love you. Yes, you might be feeling isolated, but people are rooting for you. And if nobody, it feels like nobody is rooting for you, live for yourself. Things can change. You can change your situation. Leave that place, I beg. All right, till I see you in my next video, take care and cheers. Oh, hold on. And cheers to being in healthy, flourishing, and relationships that will help us be a better version of ourselves. Bye.